Laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'm going to push the sports update until later on in the hour because we got pretty good numbers for a Monday morning, and people want to know what's up on the CFL cancellation of the season. Although having to say that, some of our viewers, we talked about a New York sports trip. Ryan Kowalik says Knicks, Nets, Rangers, Islanders, Jets, Giants. John Kirby says NYC sports trip has to include all things NYC, including NHL store, Sirius XM, Madison Square Gardens tour, stadium tour, NBC Sports tour. I've done them all. I'm in.
Are you guys going to spend $10,000 each? Because it's got to be a 3-week trip.
Yeah.
To get in all those games.
You can do it. Stories for another time. Arlene's watching in Saskatoon. She says, my heart breaks for all the CFL players, especially guys heading into their twilight year and the rookies looking to break in. Also, football ops, team admins, and league staff. Zach in Calgary, I'm sorry, the Rod Pedersen Show, I haven't been watching as much today. I feel like today is so sad with the CFL. I am fascinated by the reaction of people because I knew it was coming. We've been saying it's been coming. You guys have been playing the clip where I said a month ago that this day was coming. So it's here. I have been preparing for it. I guess not everybody has. I guess they all were hoping for the best. They were believing the reports that were put out there. The players were going to report on September 15th. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So 1 second with Brian Pop. A couple minutes before we go to Philadelphia Flyers. Great Brian Pop. Everybody, I guess, wants to know what? Our reaction to the news that the Canadian Football League season's been canceled. This will be the first time the Grey Cup hasn't been handed out since 1919. What? I don't really know what to do. We said it was coming. What's next is a wave of layoffs. And after that, it's, as was put to me today by Dean Brown, the voice of the Ottawa Senators, when I was on TSN Radio Ottawa, what happens when some owners just say we're out? If 6 of the teams are corporately owned, would you blame 1 or 2 of them if they said, we're done? What about those new owners in Montreal who haven't even kicked off a game yet? What do you think? Think they bought a lemon?
Right?
Could you blame them if they said, here's the keys to your team, guys. We're out. So, man, I feel sorry for the coaches and the players and the staff, too. I've been saying that for weeks, but I got to think those guys and gals have been preparing. They have to have.
They have to have. I mean, we knew this was coming. I know the long history of the Canadian Football League. We still have always held out a glimmer of hope. You know, the candle was still flickering in the background that maybe they can pull this all together and they can play, right? Just like when your team is having a bad year. You know, we're not mathematically eliminated. Maybe we can go on the greatest streak of all time and just get into the playoffs. Maybe. You still held out hope. But now that it's officially gone, now you have to come to the realization that it's over. The season's over. There is going to be no football. There's going to be no Grey Cup. Now we are in the stage of, what do we do now? Well, we've known this has always been an option. This has never dictated our lives or what we're going to do, right? But I understand we're going to be in a period of mourning for the next number of hours, and then we'll start to be okay with it and look to the future.
Jeff Bowery, one of the viewers, writes in, he says, new big stadiums in 3 of the CFL cities. Yikes. I only envision them sitting empty for this year, and now we know that it will be all of 2020. I think the CFL can be back playing by 2021. That's going to be up to the CFL and where the money comes from, which you've all heard where I've reported where I believe that it's going to come from. So the mourning, yeah, you can see the people are mourning. It's very clear. But I was prepared for this. I could see it coming. So I'll just say this. One last point before we talk Philly Flyers with Brian Propp. I've been talking to staff members from every team in the league office. I know exactly what's going on, and I got a pretty good sense where it's going. And for people that are really upset today, it's because they were fed a carrot. They were fed a line. And that upsets me. I said it on Friday. How dumb do you think that we are with the stuff that's been put out there by the CFL owners and governors? So DM me. We can talk later.
Yes.
I got a pretty good idea where this is going.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.